Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. This is Robert Hardy, and this is the Excel Your Life show. Tonight, we are going to talk about something different. You know, for the last few days, we've been talking about getting ready for 2018 and making this year the best year that we have ever had, the best year yet. And so, we'll be talking about a lot about goal setting, a lot about, we talk we talk a lot about pursuing goals and dreams, knowing what you want. Talk about your why. We talk about goal setting formula. Talking about the 10 things you need to keep in mind when you're setting goals. Last time we talked about what we talked about last night. Well, my blank, my mind went in a blank right now, just now. But you remember last night topic. Anyways, I'd say tonight I wanted to change gear just a little bit. We're still talking about you and talk about your goals and dreams, but I want to talk to you tonight just a little something a little different. Get off that path that I was on for the last few days, actually last week or so, and just go on to something different for change. But before I get into all that, before I get into what I really want to talk about tonight, hi Rena, thanks for joining. Um, Rena, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you tuning in. Before I get into what I really want to talk about tonight, let's just do those things that I always ask. One is to like the video, two is to share the video, and three, leave a comment on the video, please. And I hope you and tell me where you're watching and stuff like that. You know the routine. Those of you who've seen my video before, you know the routine that I ask you guys to do. So today I just want to talk about, as I say, to get off the path of what I've been talking about for the last few days about goals and stuff like that, and just talk about basically false belief, right? We all have them. We all have what we call false belief, right? When we talk about false belief and what are they and how do we get rid of them? You know, we all struggle with them to some degree or another. I know in my own life I have false belief that I struggle with about myself, because you know what you believe about yourself and about the world around you. And to some degree we all have that. We all suffer from false belief. That's why a lot of us, a lot of people in our society, the majority of people in society, are not as successful as they could be, you know, and they settle in life where they are, settle for mediocrity, they settle for the average, they settle for the status quo, because a lot of us, and myself included, are held back by false and limited belief about ourselves, about our abilities, about what we are capable of, about what we can achieve, and because of these false beliefs, we don't pursue life as hard as we can. We settle. We give up easily on our goals and our dreams and the kind of life we really, really want to live. We just settle because we just settle because everybody else is doing it, so we just do it also. We settle for things, and a lot of this settling and giving up and living mediocre life is based on our false belief that we have about ourselves. So we want to talk about that tonight, and I'm going to list a few, not all, because there's many of them, and you might have your own sort of false belief, and some of it might be similar to mine, and some of mine might be similar to yours. But I'm sure individually we have some that are just unique to us. Like I probably have some false belief about myself that's just unique to me, and they're not necessarily something that you're struggling with. You might be struggling about a false belief unique to you that doesn't necessarily mean it's the same thing that I'm struggling with. So although we have unique false belief, each one of us individually, that's just unique to us as an individuals, we also have in general false belief that's to some degree all of us suffer from in general. So I'm just going to list a few of them and then we're going to talk about rid of them. No, just before I do that, let's mention this too. A lot of false belief that we have about ourselves and about the world around us comes from childhood. Some of them was ingrained in us since we were a child, and we just grow up, and we never really change or challenge these beliefs there. Some of it is in our subconscious, and we don't even we're not even aware. Just and sometimes we live our lives in a pattern. We can look back in our lives and see a pattern of us doing certain things at a certain time in certain situations we find ourselves, and we do repeat the same pattern over and over and over again, and we wonder why am I like this? Why am I repeating this pattern? You know, why why is this happening to me? But if you can really go to the root cause, it's ingrained. It's the root cause of it is some kind of belief system, something in your subconscious mind that's causing you to run your life a certain way, that you have to go back in the subconscious mind and take care of it right in there. Because just picture the subconscious mind is like a computer hardware. Okay, it is in the computer software. Okay, the computer, you have there's two sides of the computer. There's a software, and then there's the hardware, the hard drive. Okay, the software is a programming, like Microsoft. That's the software, right? So it's a software system that runs. But then there's the hard drive. Everything is on the hard drive of the computer. Well, your mind, your subconscious mind is like the hard drive for the computer, but your conscious mind is like what you're seeing on when you have on a computer is what you see on the screen of your computer. That's your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind is like the hardware of the computer. Change the programming that you're seeing on the screen of your computer. You have to go to the hard drive and change it there on the hard drive, so then you can start seeing a different picture, seeing the different programming on the screen. So that's the best way. That's one of the most modern way you can explain what's the difference between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. The conscious mind is like the screen of the computer, what you see, what we think. For what we're thinking every day, that's the subconscious mind. But that's the conscious mind, what we're thinking every day, what the pictures we see in our minds and what the thought that we're thinking and stuff like that. But it's actually the subconscious mind that really, really rules our lives, right? And that's the pattern that we find ourselves in, and where the false belief and stuff like that is really in the subconscious mind, and that's where we have to go take care of them. Anyway, this is really a big subject. This is in and of itself as a big subject, just taking care of false beliefs. So anyways, without further ado, someone has joined me here. Let me get rid of this thing, and something popped up. Hi Franklin. Hi Franklin, thanks for joining me. I saw it popped up there and showed me that you joined me. Thanks. So I'm just going to list a few, not all, because there's lots of them, lots of false belief. And I guess, and as I said before, some of these false beliefs are unique to me, and some of you have ones that are unique to you. Some, you might have a particular false belief about yourself that I'm not affected by that kind of belief, and I have my own personal false belief about myself that maybe doesn't necessarily you're struggling with. You're not struggling with that same thing, but in general, there's some general false belief that we all suffer with, in some degree or another. So I'm just going to list a few, not all here. So one of them, I'm not good enough. So this is one of them is like, I'm not good enough. You're thinking not good enough to achieve your goals and dream, or you're not good enough to accomplish certain things, or to do certain things. You're just not good enough. You really question your abilities, your talents, You know, you're not good enough. You're not deserving enough. Another one is I'm not smart. Or another one is I'm not smart or educated. I'm not smart or educated enough. So again, you're thinking that you're looking at your education, or you're thinking how, you know, you might think you're not smart. You might even think yourself as stupid or, you know, dumb or something like that. And you just say, you know, I'm not smart enough. I'm not educated enough. Maybe you never finished high school, you never went to college or university, um, you know, and whatever you might think about yourself, you say, I'm not smart enough, right? So these are all kind of beliefs that limited us and pulled us back, right? And there's more. There's more too, you know. Another big one, fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. You just not fear. You fear of the unknown. You don't want to step out and do things, especially if you don't know the end result, how it's gonna turn out. If you don't can't have figured everything out in advance. Fear of the unknown, or just fear in general. Fear of failure, fear of success. You know, all of these are all false belief, right? Some type of fear. Um, but fear of the unknown. Um, Another one is lack of money, right? Or false belief in money. False belief in money, or you have a wrong type of relationship with money. So false belief, or you think you don't have enough money to do anything, right? You think that you have to have money to go to buy a house or go to start a business. You need money for that, right? And you know, there's lots of ways you can do things without money. It's a lot of ways you can do things without even using your own money. You can use other people's money. That in and of itself is a different topic, but you know, you have false belief about money. You know, you don't know how to handle money well, or you think, you know, it's all sort of different things. Like again, come from your childhood. Maybe growing up, you never see how your parents handle their money well and stuff like that. So you never grew up knowing how to handle your money well, or whatever the case may be. But a lack of money sometimes could be a false belief. People think because they don't have any money, you know, they don't want to step out and do things, and they don't want to take that kind of hinder them from doing certain things. They think they need money, and because they don't have money, they don't want to do anything. And again, there's lots of ways you can do things without money, or even without your own money. You can use other people's money. Anyways, so there's lots of these types of false belief. There's a false belief that I'm not. How about just these ones? I'm not good looking enough. I'm not good looking enough. Again, we live in a society where looks is everything. You know, especially if, you know, if we compare people in Hollywood, you know, people on TV and movie stars and stuff like that, celebrities. Looks is seem to be everything. And sometimes some people will let their looks hold them back. Say, I'm not good looking enough. You know, I'm too ugly. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I'm too skinny. I'm too fat. You know what I mean? All these false beliefs about oneself and how the one's outward appearance will all stop them, right? All these things will stop us, limited us thinking that we're not good looking enough. Sometimes you think that about yourself, like I'm not good looking enough. I'm not, I'm too ugly. I'm too far. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I'm too, you know, I don't have. And then another thing too is like I don't have what it takes. Another one too, a big one. I don't have what it takes. I don't have what it takes to succeed. I don't have what it takes to want to be successful or to do certain things, right? Whatever that might be. So these are many. There's many more forms of false belief that we all struggle with, and it's imperative that we deal with these things because they're false belief and they're limiting us, they cripples us, they hold us back from achieving our goals and dreams, from living the best life that we can possibly live. And we need to get rid of them, right? And as I said before, these false beliefs are all in the subconscious mind. Okay? These are all in the subconscious mind. Let me erase this one here. So we have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So conscious mind and subconscious mind. So the false belief tend to be in this area, that's an area. Now there's way who has joined me now here. Hey Byron, thanks for joining me. So these so you have the conscious mind and subconscious mind, and this is where you need to go to reprogram your belief system. If you have false belief, this is where they're going to be, and this is where you need to go to deal with them. It's in the subconscious mind, because this is actually where you live your life. The pattern of the life that you live is actually where it's in the subconscious mind. Remember, I said the subconscious mind is like the hardware of the computer. The computer have a hardware and you have the software. The software is a programming, but the hardware is actually where the program is installed in the computer. And the computer only runs what's installed in it. So it's on the hard drive. So you have to go on, if you want a different type of programming, you have to go on the hard drive and reprogram your hard drive to get a different type of programming on it. So this is where our subconscious mind, and these our subconscious mind is usually, our false belief usually come from childhood, the family we grew up in, school teachers. Some school teachers can have negative effect on us. Our school experience. I know. I for one have negative experience in school as a child growing up. Your friends. Kids could be mean, especially when they're younger. You see mean people call you names and stuff like that. I've been called names growing up too in school by friends. Your culture you live in, the religion that you grow up under, the city, the country, all these kind of things have a way of shaping and molding us into the kind of person we are, and reinforcing false belief about ourselves that we never really challenge. And no one ever come along and say, no, this is not true. This is not true about yourself. Now, how do you program? One of the best way. Oh, there's my marker. One of the best way to okay, let me. Okay. I want to get into a topic, an area of this topic that I don't have time to get into right now, to talk about how to reprogram the subconscious mind. I'm gonna have to continue this tomorrow night because it's already 20 minutes into the show, and I want to keep it. Don't want to be too long. So I'm gonna cut it off here for now. I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. We're gonna talk about how to reprogram the subconscious mind. How to reprogram. Let me, let me just take a couple minutes and do it right now. I'm doing kind of intro. Okay, so our conscious mind, our subconscious mind is programmed in three ways, okay? And we're going to more into this tomorrow night. So one is we call it authority figure. Two, so authority figures, one way people in authority over us, like our teachers, our parents, anybody who's have an authoritative figure, over us as a child growing up. These are what kind of people. These are some of the people that program our belief about ourselves, whether it's good or bad, as our child growing up. So authority figure. A traumatic event or experience, something really traumatic that left her a really traumatic impact on our mind, right? And again, that also leave a effect on us as our kids growing up. And the third one was I can't think of the third one right now. Give me a minute here. Let me look it up on my computer here. I have it. Come on. Oh, there it is. Hold on. I know you can see me. Oh, I know it is now. I remember. I have to look that up. And repetition. So again, repetition. These are the ways how our subconscious mind was programmed. Is by authoritative figure in our lives as kids growing up. It's by a traumatic experience or event, or by repetition. When you go up in a family, a home, or community where people tell you that you're not good enough, you're not smart, you never amount to anything, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're this and you're that, all these negative things, all this kind of repetition, and being reinforcing you. You grew up thinking all these kind of things about yourself. These are false, limited beliefs, things that hold you back, right? And you see the result of your life like that. So these are how this is how your subconscious mind is programmed, and this is how you have to reprogram it. You have to use one of these things to reprogram. We'll talk more about that tonight. I just want to introduce you guys to this tonight. There's three things here: the authoritative figure, the traumatic event, repetition. Right? Those are way to remind. I just want to introduce that tonight. But tomorrow we'll continue this again tomorrow night, and we're going to talk more about how to reprogram your subconscious mind from false belief to the truth about who you are and what you can do, right? And your gifts and your talent and stuff like that. How you do that, and I'll give you a hint. It's especially the best way to do it is by number 3, the repetition. And I'll give you a hint of what I'm talking about. I will talk more about this tomorrow. This is like a I'm gonna give you like a teaser, to tease your appetite, to make you want to come back tomorrow to hear more of what of what I have to say. So one of the best ways to reprogram if it comes to circle is by repetition. Repetition, and it's I am. I am. We'll get more into that. Say I am. Okay. You repeat it. It's like affirmations, and you start with I am. Okay, we'll to get more into that tomorrow. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. This is just like an appetizer. This is how we reprogram your subconscious mind. And this is how you get rid of your false belief about yourself and about your environment and the world around you. Okay, because you have to get rid of these false beliefs in order to be free of them, so you can move forward with your life and start pursuing your goals and dreams and start living the life that you know you deserve to live. And as I say, we all of us have false belief about ourselves. It's to some degree or another. It's something that we all struggle with. One of the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that they in spite of their false belief that they struggle with, they still pursue their goals and dreams and still achieve them. And they somehow, due to repetition, reprogram their minds, their subconscious mind. Anyways, we talk more about that tomorrow. I wanted this to be a one night subject, and tomorrow night talk about something different. But since I didn't cover this as I got into it more than I expected to. And so we'll talk more of this tomorrow night. Anyways, I hope you guys get something out of this. I hope I said something to inspire you, motivate you, encourage you in some way, shape, or form. Please leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you think. Even if you disagree with what I said, just let me know. I value your feedback, and I want your feedback, and to know how well I'm doing. So thanks to those of you who joined me. Thanks to join me, Rena, Franklin, and Bryant. And thanks for tuning in. Please like these videos. Please share these videos, and please leave a comment on these videos. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow night. We'll continue this topic on how to get rid of false belief. Okay. God bless you. I love you. Peace. Hi, Sina. Someone just joined me. Where's my thing? Okay, see you guys tomorrow night. We'll continue talking about this subject tomorrow night. God bless you.